Arsenal in the second leg of the semi-final of the Champions League. The winner will face Inter in Munich this end of May. So let's see what happens in today's game too. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Gordon. I'm here with the team to talk about the Champions League, obviously, and what happened yesterday and the game that is going to happen today. Good morning, also. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. Night of sensational football, thrilling. I don't know how to put it. Like, we saw goals here and there, and it was like one of the best Champions League semi-finals you would ever see in years, because you see the teams, you see the performance they put up. But let's get into that when the show is right. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning, football maniacs and all the super fans out there. It's a final. They call it the game nobody wanted to end. I will call it, the final before the final.
The final, guy.
Man, it was sensational last night, and kudos to Inter.
Kudos to Inter. Inter are in the finals of the Champions League. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We will be doing your comments live here in the studio. Okay. Yesterday's Champions League was something else. Inter beat Barcelona 4-3. Everybody knew that Barcelona is going to score a whole lot of goals in this encounter in both legs, but for Inter to score 7, it's actually they deserve. If you concede 7, you deserve to go out from the Champions League, because it's crazy for you to concede 7 in two games. But Inter somehow beat Barcelona to go through to the finals.
It's crazy for you to concede 7 in 2 games. Inter considered 6 in 2 games. So what are we saying, man?
But you consider 7.
It's not my business. Baba, at the end of the day, see that goal line where they talk about, may leave am for now, first and foremost. I am totally livid with one certain player. He had a good game, unlike Nonso predicted that he was going to have. Yesterday we were talking about the game, talking about where we see opportunities, who is going to control what, and Nonso was saying that the defense is without some key player, talking about Balde, and then talking about the other guy, Kunde, yes. And then I said that the guys who were brought in to replace them are doing a good job. Like, for example, you mentioned Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin put in a stellar performance, albeit he had 2 assists, albeit he made the biggest mistake in the game.
Speak to me, brother. Speak to me, brother.
The funny thing for me is we see it happen with Real Madrid all the time. You go into a challenge, you come off, you didn't get the ball, you didn't make contact, yet you fall off, and you're calling for the ref to come and pamper you or bet you. You understand me? We see it in Real Madrid, we see it in a couple of other clubs. Yesterday, I saw it in Barcelona. Why are you going down when you're trying to track that man down and hoping for a referee? You are hoping for a referee to blow whistle to stop game. Referee is not going to do that. That referee yesterday is a no-nonsense human being, and
it's not that referee that final of Argentina versus France.
Thank you. So that's why I'm saying that there are some bare necessities you need to have. You need all this small thing you're looking at referee. Bro, play your game. Till that whistle comes, play your game.
Baba tripped. And see, let's not go into the error that led to it, because that was what everybody was jumping on. I think I have a friend of mine that was like, "Is that not a foul? Is that not a foul?
It's not a foul. Stand up.
I looked at them like, now only you for this setting they talk in a foul. Why other backup players, other backup fans sitting around me to say,
stand up, man.
Bro, why would you trip? You already collect the ball, play and go throw it. This guy, you can't muscle him off the ball. He's done free. You can't muscle him off the ball. So the best you can do, or the best option you can go with, is play the ball to the throw-in. Not try to beat him in a 1v1 situation. Now your confidence is missing.
Crazy, man.
And the thing is, I think he kicked himself and fell to the ground, and everybody was expecting a foul. Which other backup fans around me saw that it was not a foul, but one person. And but
shout out to whoever that one person is. Your matter strong, but it's fine.
Now I know I come from that angle of conspiracy and all of that, but bro, when I see something that is clear cut, I say it as it is. Though I will try to look for a conspiracy around it. It couldn't have been. Yes, I'll try.
But there's no conspiracy now.
In this game, make I dig out like 5 for you. In this game now, I'll dig out like 5. Baka could have won the game.
Of course.
You get. And Sifili came out to say something about the referee giving all the 50-50 chances to
Inter Milan.
Yeah. But if you look at it in common sense, there was a foul. I support you just once. There was a foul at the edge of the box. You get. The referee gave penalty and VAR brought it back to, he said inches, just 1 inch. Ashabi, you do that one. That inch was perfect defending, because if that step could have gotten into the box 18, it would have been a penalty. But just that inch made it out. Then there was another foul after that one that could have been given, but it wasn't given. Same was also Bastoni on that same player that everybody was.
Bastoni should have walked away with a red card in that encounter.
No doubt. See, just that one, that Bastoni own, it clear.
Okay, in the first half, they considered 2 again. Barcelona considered 2 again in the first half. The same way they did in the first leg of that encounter. I don't know how they defend, but considering 2 goals in the first half, I even know that I had a feeling that in the second half they're going to come back to fight, which they did and made it 2-2. At some point, they made it 3-2. We just after 3 minutes to go.
And Ramatada was being sang along.
Almost won the game. Rafinha scored that the second goal, the third goal to make it 3-2. But considering 2 first again, I think it was very poor defending from Barcelona.
You know, I'm not going to fault them considering the first 2, because if you look at the way Inter Milan came out, they are playing at home. You are not going to expect FCB to come out and match them fire for fire at the jump of the whistle. We are equal. You are equal goals, you are equal points. You don't need to risk your neck at that point in the game. But they considered, and for me, one of the biggest mistakes in that match was taking Inigo Martinez off. Because as soon as Inigo Martinez came off that pitch, the performance from the defense was shambolic. So, but for them, it's not nice always conceding 2 when you're starting the game. But you can't help the fact that mistakes happen in the game. You can't help that fact. The question is, after conceding 2, did they show character? Of course.
They did.
They fought back into a winning position. My own problem is now when you get into games, when you should close out games. You saw in that game after the 70th, after they scored the winner, right? Talking about FCB. Inter Milan players were looking leggy. They don't get leg to run. It was just Barcelona, you have the domination, you have the ball. Make something out of what you have. 1 goal is not enough. And then it just took 2 counters. And mother she wrote.
And okay, if you look at that game,
there's something about that game that people are not talking about. Whenever Barca goes on the offensive, counter-attack, how many attackers do you see for Barcelona? How many defense do you see for Inter Milan? You only see the 3 against 2. Barca 3, Inter Milan 2. Now Barca they go attack, Inter Milan they home. Now, will I say Inter Milan too deep? They came on the attack and they were countered, and you see 2 defenders and you can't bury your chance. So anytime you go on the offensive, you're playing 3 against 2 and you cannot score. Why Inter Milan will go on the attack and they will play 3 against 5. That's 5 of Barca defense, or let's say midfield and defense will be there. And they will still find a way to score in between those tight spaces. That's clinicality on another level. You get, I think one thing that was missing for Barcelona side was just the level of clinicality, and Jan Sommer was just that man.
No, Jan Sommer was
phenomenal. He was just that man. He was him. As in, when they say he is him, Jan Sommer in this game, he is him. Because I think there was this goal from Yamal. I'll call it a goal, clear-cut goal from Yamal, far corner. I don't know how he put his hand out to hit.
I'm telling you, those the fingertips, and it was enough to deflect it.
Bro, and I feel like this guy should I feel like this is what Onana did that made Man United go and sign him. No, let's be honest now. This is what Onana did, because 2023, I think that was 2023 Champions League final.
Yes, I remember.
This is what Onana did. You get, and for me, I available. Then if like Nora was not available, you saw them suffer in defense and in goal. This is kind of players you need to replace big name players. You don't know who will be on the bench, but in every competition, there's somebody starting.
Somehow when he was at Bayern Munich, he wouldn't stay at the bench for and you know that whenever what's his name
the manager was switching it.
They're not even switching it.
Cup games, this one plays.
I think the problem was
games,
that
this one plays.
Neuer was actually injured most of the season. So
Yes.
he was playing. You know that he's going to play, but once you know that the captain is back, he will just sit on the bench. It doesn't make sense.
He sits on the bench and play cup runs.
He will not do that. Now that's the point. That's why he has to move to another
Wants
club.
to start now.
Who
Everybody
wants to go
start.
and be playing cup competition where you can play full time for another club like Inter Milan. But if you look at that
Now
game,
he's
that
winning
final
Champions
goal,
League.
that 3-3 they considered is one of the goals that actually pained me very well, because you are leading 3 goals to 2.
Yes.
And when what's the guy that even scored that last goal?
Asabi,
when
defender.
Asabi scored that goal, it was only Arao.
Oh, that's man on the night.
It was only Arao. How are you defending? If that me, the Barca coach, once I score that 3 goals, if you
But
attack,
everywhere.
if I see anybody for that
Build
attack,
wall
I
of
will break
China.
your leg.
The same thing.
Why are you attacking?
You know the same thing we said about
3
the Inter
minutes
Mil-
to go.
The
Just
same, the
defend.
same thing that we talk about the Inter Milan game. We say if Namurio did that Inter Milan job, as a 2-0, they don't blow final whistle. Now first time they scored the 2-0, but final whistle, we don't hear final whistle, don't know the end result. He went for 2-0, highest he went for 2-1. But for 2-0 against this Barca team, you don't hear final
ultra
whistle.
attack, I think it's costing us to flick because
It's costing us to flick
it
because
didn't make sense to me. 5 minutes to go, you are still attacking. Just defend.
I understand the mindset behind it, but look at where we are having an issue. It's costing us a flick because this Barca side that played yesterday, as brilliant as they weren't as clinical as they should have been.
Yes.
Now, I don't understand why, let me say, Lewandowski is available, he's on the bench, and then you wait till the 75th minute
No,
or when
but I think
brought him on. Like, I was wondering, are you bringing him on because you're expecting to go to penalty?
No, he
But
came
you're
back
bringing
from
him on
injury.
He's just coming back from, like
he's
I
just
said.
coming back from injury. If he is available, Baba start him. After first or second, after 60 minutes, take him out.
Did you spot his run in that game? You could see that he was running a bit leggy. If that guy play 90 minutes, it will be a problem for Barca side because everybody, see one thing with coaches and tactics is all channels lead to this guy. We they do the math. As they do your plotting and grafting, I'm doing my own crafting and plotting
Because
as well.
for me, I don't understand what Ferran Torres did yesterday.
Now, for that game, you saw when Bastoni before the game said, if we are going to be 3 or 2 against Yamal, then fine. We'll triple mark, double mark Yamal. He said that about Yamal. Then he said, if in the end of set, he said, if Lewandowski is to start, I don't mind being the sacrificial lamb to be on him. I don't mind. Like, normally, Lewandowski is supposed to start, but we'll go there 3 or 2 on Yamal first. Dimarco, Asabi, and me. Or maybe Dimarco, Karahoglu, and me on this guy. Then down the middle, I can leave my job in this side and tell Asabi to do for me while I focus on. And you can see that Dumfries again, Denzel again, the man of the another man of the night, had a way of stopping Rafinha from getting all the plaudits he could get. And Rafinha had to leave that space to come and play behind the striker, come and join Daniel behind the striker because wing don't choke for him. And all those that's why those crosses came in from Gerard Martins that got them the goals. Thanks to Eric Garcia getting the first goal, and the other goal, getting the first goal. But interestingly, that game went the way Inter Milan planned it to go. Because look at when they started making the sub.
It didn't go anywhere.
It didn't go anywhere at all.
Now, we know Sebaka will score goal. Now, look, when I said it went according to the plan, when
you're saying it went according to the plan
because they won
the game.
Yes, I agree.
The plan is to score at the 93rd minute and
extra time, come back, reverse remontada. If they shout remontada, you know, say we carry remontada for man because look at it now. Dimarco, your best player from the fullback position, you pull him off in the, I think 55 minutes.
The biggest one that was
the shock of the night was Lautaro Martinez.
Yes.
Bro, you are still struggling. Barca is coming back into Barca is back in
on the bench. Martinez wanted to enter that.
Barca is back in the game. 2-2. And you're looking for subs to make, and you're taking out Lautaro Martinez. It puts a question mark on the other coach's mind. Like, what's this man playing? What's the trick on this man's mind?
First of all, if you follow Inter very well, Martinez hardly played 90 minutes. Even when he's fully fit, you always put him out at 60 minutes, 70 minutes. You always put him out. So
he's trying to protect the guy. He's trying to protect him. And in this one, he needed him because he was one of the most informed players in that front. You need to pull him. I don't know why. It's just mind game for me. It's just mind game. I think it worked. As I said, the tactics in this one worked. It was just mind game. Because look at the subs he make now. The same sub. Wait, come now. The same sub now he do for last match.
It didn't work until it worked.
You don't expect them to just bam. Now process.
I think the thing about making subs is depending about how the game is panning out for you. If you have most time coaches have just few coaches like maybe Guardiola then not now have only a plan and follow that A to the end. Most coaches they change plan depending on what is happening inside the game. For Inter Milan, he's good at doing that. If he's losing the game, if he's defending the game, depending on how you want to see.
First leg, I saw only 3 formations: 3-5-2. I later saw 4-3-3. I saw 4-4-2. In this one, I saw 5-4-1 because there was a time it was just to run up front. I saw 3-5-2. I saw 4-4-2 diamond, 4-4-2 flat. Formation just as you're
Well,
making subs.
I
Formation just
I
changes,
think
and
Inter hardly play with a 4-man defense. When they are defending, they are always defending with that 5-man.
yesterday I saw a 4-man defense flat. I saw a 4-man defense,
When
and
they defended almost throughout the 90 minutes. Where you want to see 4-man defense?
No, you go see. You see, Godwin. Look at the shape of defense to tell you the formation they are playing with. The shape of defense. I was seeing it, like I said, I saw a 5-4-1. Because you could see the 5-man at the back lining up like that. You could see the 4 in front of them. As opposed to say a 4-4-2, you could see the 2 in front of them, Lothar Martinez and the other guy. But there was a time it was a Fratesi and Turan up front with the 4 midfielders. What's it called? When Damian came in, you could see a 4-4-2. You get the shape of defense will tell you the formation they are playing with at the time. So with subs coming in, they were changing styles. They were changing just to know how they can shut down Barcelona from getting an extra goal.
If you are defending almost with your life, I don't think you can tell exactly what for example, if you are defending and Baka kept attacking you, attack because they need to concede 2 goals. Dumfries was going to defend more, then DeMarco will defend more. 3-man defense will always going to stay 3-man defense, making it 5 almost. If you look at the majority of the time, it's when they are attacking. Dumfries might go forward and the 4-back will stay. But when they are defending, they can never be 4-man defending. Even in 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, Martinez will go back for Arsenal to help in defense, making that you won't call it again 4-man defense because Martinez is now back defending. Saka is back defending. So depending on how you want to see it. But for Inter, I think that he has a style. Probably that's what Amorim is trying to do. You see that 3-man thing, if you build it well, he has been building on that 3-man defense with Inter Milan, and he kept buying players. Even Mkhitaryan, this surprised me. That old man, he's just there everywhere, just they make tackles everywhere. They wonder what did that happen, not be flop with this. But since he moved to Inter, he actually done well. But in this particular game, Barcelona deserve to go out, and Inter deserve to be in the finals of the Champions League, beating Bayern Munich in this. I think somebody said on Twitter that was interesting. That this is maybe apart from Bayern Munich they played in the group stage, this is only the big game Barcelona have played in this Champions League. But I was looking at it, they are playing Benfica, they played Borussia Dortmund, they played only Inter in quotes is the big guys they played in this Champions League. Maybe if I affected them, maybe it didn't affect them. But Inter is in the finals of the Champions League. If you look at the statistics in that game, obviously Barcelona had more possession, more passes, 772 passes, more shots on target, 10 with 22 in total, more pass accuracy. But that's what you need to do. You need to be clinical. Inter scored 4 out of 7 shots on target, more than 50% of conversion rate. So you can do anything you want to do. But Inter have been doing well when they talk about the Champions League conversion rate. They can maybe shoot on your post maybe 5 times and score 3 from it, which is actually clinical for them. Okay, before we move on to today's game, let's go to our YouTube channel to read some of the comments there. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM. So at some point, we are going to open the phone lines for you to tell us. I know everybody has something to say about this game. This game is very, very interesting. On our YouTube channel, Chooks, welcome to the show. Chooks is saying, good morning, Vote Sports. It's a pity that Barcelona did not pack the bus, even with 3 minutes to go.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's a disaster. I thought he had experience, shaking my head. That's what I'm saying. When they consider that final goal, it was just 1v1 with a defender. How is that even possible? Like 1v1 with a defender. When they made that cross, it was just him and Araro. Asabi and Araro was just in that 18-yard, but it didn't even make sense to me. Why can't you just defend with just 3 minutes to go? Pack the ball.
They want the ball back. Understand? Wait, God, understand.
The
ball back.
The annoying for me, the annoying for me is when you are attacking the way you are attacking and you lose the ball up front in the opponent's half, the way these guys struggle to recover back to defend is crazy.
They were tired though. This game was over.
Baba, you are young guys, you are playing aged men. Aged men won't run past you. They want
aged men. No be just say we carry aged men come win Champions
League.
That motivation you give this aged men.
The thing is, with aged men, if you're playing against aged men, what you should look out for is the experience. You have your youthful exuberance, you have your enthusiasm to run around, your energy and everything. Your energy level is up the chart. But the experience to shut you down in key areas is just what that matters. And look at that, what's it called? That Martin's sleep last night. As they got, when you don't get the ball back, Normally, back at suppose when you don't hold ball, you go pass, go forward. So players will make runs into channels for you to make the forward pass. That was the plan. And they made those runs forward. They didn't know that my guy was going to sleep. So you can't blame it on them.
Okay.
Because as they made those runs forward, they left an open space behind for somebody to run into the channel and get the goal. And Dumfries get the ball from him, off him, and perhaps provided the assist. So you are not going to blame the Barca setup.
Okay, Chooks is also saying overconfidence cost Barca the game. And he's also saying the whole world was against Barcelona. I don't understand.
Which word?
Just because we are good.
Which word?
People hate what they don't understand. Okay, today he's saying I support the Gunners today. I hope they make it true. Okay, I hope they make it true too. Okay, Drake Media is welcome to the show. Drake Media is saying please check on John. No, hope he is fine.
John, how are you?
Kudos to Inter. What a game! What a game! That was one of the most beautiful Champions League football we have seen in a very, very long time. Okay, Dixon, welcome to the show. He said, for once, I agree with Noso. Inter Milan had a game plan to stifle Barca and hit them on the counter. It worked, and in the first half, it worked in the first half and the extra time. And overall, it was a brilliant game of football. It was a brilliant game of football. He's also saying someone tagged yesterday's game as talent versus experience, and obviously the experience has won because you need experience to execute your talent properly. Okay, Jaja Sonto, welcome to the show. You see, all I want to say is football is beautiful.
Yes.
And I don't want to say on air, but football is sweet.
It's sweet.
Football is sweet.
It's sweet. It's too sweet.
That's 2 hours you forget all your sorrows.
All your sorrows.
Do you know for 120 minutes after the first 2 goals, I was chanting Inter Milan. As Barca came back, they started shouting against me. 2-2, they won't kill me because now if let's not only because support Inter Milan for that place where they watch ball.
Okay, so
now the sweet part is when Barca scored 3-2, I was the first person to jump up and shout go like a celebration.
So he's also saying all I want we saw football on display last night as a neutral. It was a lovely game to see. Okay, and Icon Fashion World, welcome to the show. John, how far? You being too quiet for my liking this morning. Okay, she's laughing. Seeing Barca cry gives me joy. Okay, Barca has been lucky playing smaller teams. All true. And I think they have arrived. PSG for the trophy. Okay.
Inter Milan for the trophy. I stand away.
Talking about that particular game, PSG is going to play Arsenal today in the second leg of the Champions League. It's going to be an interesting game for the Gunners. I don't think we are going to expect a whole lot of goals the way we saw against Barcelona against Inter. The funniest part is that when the draw was made, everyone was thinking that the goals will come from the PSG,
Arsenal side.
Arsenal, then Barcelona and Inter might play 2-1 and all those kinds because of Inter defense more. And they now switched. Now it's going to be an interesting game today. But if you look at that game today, Arsenal don't have a luxury to defend anything. They just need to attack and win this game.
They need to attack.
They just need to win this game to take it to an extra time or win it outrightly to go to the final.
See, if you are talking about extra time, I'm not with you. You have to win it outrightly and then progress. Simple and short. But, this is where all the things we've been saying all season is going to come to roost because Arsenal are going to have to face the fact that PSG is a better side than they are.
Now,
and they have to find an intelligent way to win the game.
They have to find it.
But PSG don't get striker.
Part of the thing that killed them, Arsenal.
I don't understand.
Part of the thing, Dembele is back.
Top 9.
But Dembele
is in the top 9.
But he's back.
He never be top 9.
He's been playing top 9 since November, so and he's been doing well.
Ramos is
top 9. He's on the Ramos. They
have Dembele as a striker.
Yes.
They have Ramos that can call it.
Play Saka as a striker.
Vicha is also available.
That's what I wanted to talk about because in January they went in and brought Vicha.
Thank you.
Arsenal.
People will get sick. In fact, this game I'm watching the game with something nice to eat.
Okay, before we continue with this Arsenal game, we have one more call. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. And please, if you are joining us on this channel or if you are with us on this channel, please remember to subscribe to our channel because I can see how many people watching us live now. Up to 30 persons. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. We do this every day, Monday to Saturday here at Volt FM Sports. Okay, Mohammed, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. I really enjoyed yesterday's game, and I am really happy to see the exit of Champions League last night, John. Okay, I think he's happy to see back and go out in Champions League last night. Okay, John, last, what's happening? Okay, Mohammed is also saying we are welcoming Arsenal back to England in peace, PSG all the way. This one about Bele special. Okay,
special,
but let's see what happens. Okay, Cletus, welcome to the show. You say confirm Champions League final PSG versus Inter. They are only giving it to PSG to go through. Talking about that game, Arsenal has all the PSG has all the taste to reach the finals. They have been trying. It's going to be interesting. Imagine begging Mbappe for how many years? 4 years in a row to stay because of Champions League. Now they sold him and they are about to maybe, hopefully, they go. Imagine how Mbappe will feel leaving and they win the Champions League.
See, forget about Mbappe is going to feel, because nobody is going to feel. Imagine all the taunting that's going to happen on social media from Paris Saint-Germain fans.
Like it was going to be like Mbappe was actually holding them back. The Champions
Thank
League.
you.
It's going to be crazy, but I think PSG have done well, especially from January. In the group stage or in the league phase, they were actually, but I think they finished around 20th on the table, 21st on the table. They were almost out in the group stage.
Almost out.
And they
I think they finished in the 22nd.
And this is why for all the talk about Liverpool going unbeaten, playing 7 wins and then losing the last game, for all of them topping that.
Because I said it here on the show now that cup games and league format is not the same. That when you reach knockout stage, you go know who.
I think the person buying Vicha helped them. They have to move Dembele to the middle and bring in Vicha, which actually made sense for Enrique, the way he's building his team. And somehow Dembele started scoring goals. I was scoring goals. And
he discovered his form.
But everybody was surprised that this guy was scoring a whole lot of goals. But in this particular game, Arteta has been talking to the press and everybody has been talking about this game. This is their final chance to win a trophy this season. Even if they win, to win it, I will stay hard for them. But
at least may cross this bridge first.
But in this particular game in general, what do you think will happen in this game? Do you think Arsenal can progress or just PSG to progress?
See, it's an open game. Anybody can progress. The question is going to be, this is why I keep saying that when you buy well, you put your best foot forward in most of these competitions. But if you don't have that luxury, or you decided to pig-headedly not buy, you are going to have to face the fact that you are playing better players in this game and you need your boys to come out on top. And that's just it. Arteta has to go back inside that dressing room, go and draw that heart and brain like he did in All or Nothing season a couple of years ago. Find a way to motivate these guys to over-index on the night, because it's going to be
as a motivational speaker.
He has to go. He has to find a way to motivate these guys, because bro,
aspire to
Maguire to retire to perspire. He has to go and do that and get these guys to But then apart from that, he also needs to. One of the things that Arteta needs to understand is reading the game and preempting what Paris Saint-Germain want to do, because some of the changes he made in the last game, I wasn't in support. So it's going to be close, but Arteta should find a way out.
So what do you think will happen in this game?
It's another mind game. Luis Enrique against Mikel Arteta. Experienced Luis Enrique and learning on the job Mikel Arteta.
Two students of the Grandmaster.
It's going to be, who be the Grandmaster if I knock your teeth?
Pep, straight up. Anyhow you want to talk about 3 of his students today. 3 of his students are in the semi-finals.
Don't teach Enrique anything.
3 of his students are in the semi-finals.
Not be Pep invest the system. So who be the master? Johan.
Who they use and know? Na Pep.
Na lie.
Simple and short.
Now Johan Cruyff we know.
3 students of
now Johan Cruyff we know.
Semi-finals, and that's what it is.
Now Johan Cruyff we know. Anyhow we want to exam. Now you are Johan, the Netherlands chairman. Now
of life.
Experience versus youth. We saw it yesterday. We're going to see it again today. You get the PSG side have a lot of young players in their side, and their midfield is below the average age of the Arsenal midfield. You get where you have a Johan Neves, a Vitinha, and a Fabian Ruiz. If you add these 3 together and put the average age, is below the age of Odegaard, Rice, and Thomas Partey in midfield. So I think this is another test for the Rice-Partey partnership, because we saw what Rice-Partey can do. I said it in the game, in the last game. We saw what Rice and Partey can do, and we know that this is the same thing Vitinha and Johan Neves can also do in a game, where you where you're building up from the back and you can easily escape pressure and break the pressure as a defensive midfielder for Johan Neves. He does the same thing for PSG. Why Thomas Partey does the same thing for, and again in the PSG side, if Johan Neves is not there for the build-up play, there's a Vitina who is a workhorse that is there for the build-up play. He's not hiding from build-up play. But in the Arsenal side, I have said it before, make a no sing, I'm like, so because people have a way of seeing the thing. So it's going to be in the midfield as well today. It's no longer going to be in defense, because last game it was in defense because we know the midfielder was going to win because Partey was not around. Now it's going to be in midfield.
Now talking about Partey is going to be back, so Rice is going to move back to that left 8. I think it helps Arsenal when he plays on that particular side of the midfield, because he can play defense and attack at the same time. But if he plays only as a DM, that means you have only one of his qualities in the game. So it's only for him to just shoot.
You can't expect him to run in the midfield.
Yes, so I think having Partey helps him run back and forth in the game. But the problem with Arsenal again is who will start in attack. Will they move back back to the attack, or Trossard? What do you think?
It has to be Moreno, unless you want to come on. I said it in the last game now, but you said that the midfield will be too attacking and there will be holes in the midfield. But now it has to be Moreno in that attacking spot. Trossard coming in as a sub, or you start Trossard on the left and bring in Martinelli as a sub. Anyone you like.
I don't understand. Who do you think will start? I think Martinelli will start because of he tracks back more than Saka, so they need him to track back in case Saka will start. But the problem is that number 9, Trossard or Moreno for you.
Moreno.
Who do you think will start?
Do you want my tactical opinion, or you just want my biased opinion?
Anyone.
Tactical opinion: Martinelli should be on the bench.
Thank you.
Martinelli should be on the bench. Trossard, Moreno, Saka. You get? But you want biased opinion: Martinelli should start. One should be on the bench definitely in this game because Partey is available. So for me, tactically, Martinelli on the bench is Trossard off from, because you don't want somebody who could just run into a brick wall looking down. You want somebody who on the offensive can hold up play and pass around and see a pass and make those passes. Not somebody that will just run and cross the ball into no man's land. So I think Trossard should start against PSG in this one. Moreno should start because he has a way of finding himself in pocket spaces. Then Saka on the right.
Oh, yes.
Or you can start one area in that position. I don't mind.
Which position?
Martinelli's
right.
position.
You cannot start one area on the left. He's not going to give you that number unless you want him to start joining the midfield.
You have just one job. When you get into that position, cross the ball for the man in midfield.
That's the scene. No,
all of us.
I'm just suggesting. I know it's Arteta now. Yes.
Not even about Arteta. It's about the player himself. You get? It's not. If you do player profiling, where you see that some players can play anywhere in the field and still give you at least 75%, which is above average. But one area, if you play him on the right, he's giving you at least 90%. You play him behind the striker, he's giving you 85%. But you play him on the left, you're getting at least 55%, which is around average, and it's not good enough.
The truth that he's not played there, so you cannot tell.
Yes,
for example,
there was a game he switched.
Rafinha at Barcelona hardly plays from the left. Even when he was at at least he was playing from the right.
At least he was playing from the left.
So now he plays permanently from the left.
No, see, at least United, if he plays from the left, he gets you 75%. That's like that. Because I saw him at least United before they went back to relegation. He gets you 75%. If he plays from the left, he plays anywhere in the front.
I'm just saying that you're not trying what they read there, so you cannot actually rate him.
See, the way you can try, teams don't really play, players don't really play one place. You see Saka sometimes he goes to the left. It's not because the coach played him there, it's because he choke. You have to just freely move around.
Okay, let's get your prediction for this game. Who wins and who goes, your scoreline and who goes through to the finals. I'll start with you, John.
I don't know why he's starting with me, but it's fine though. FCB,
they house, they Camp Nou.
They don't go out.
They Camp Nou.
Yes, backing Arsenal for this one, but I won't be subscribed. PSG making it.
Okay, no, so
I for like England team because I don't talk about before. If Arsenal fall our hand, then a problem. I don't talk about before. Say it's going to be a big shame on the Premier League side. 3 of them losing against a French Farmers League team because that's what we tag them. Farmers League team, Liverpool, Aston Villa, now Arsenal.
Baba, answer PSG or Arsenal.
It's from the answer. You're supposed to know who I go back. You're supposed to know who I go back for this one. I'm backing Arsenal for this one though. But
Okay.
I see the fear.
Okay, you can call us and tell us what you think about yesterday's game or your prediction for today's game. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think will happen in today's game. Okay, back to our YouTube channel. Chukwebuka, welcome to the show. He said, we as a Barcelona fans, we understand that this is not to be a failure, but a lesson to learn from our mistakes. Barca is cooking what no club would be able to withstand in the future. Barca remains the best team in the world. Okay, so say Lamine Yamal to appear in the Ballon d'Or list.
Yes.
This guy is exceptional. Okay, let's take the first call on the show. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Name and
morning.
location, please.
Yeah, Samuel from Mugumo.
Okay, Samuel, what is your contribution?
Well, yesterday match was a shock to me because I was among those that said Barcelona will
We win.
lead and win it. But say that I'm disappointed. Barcelona is not my club, but I just wanted to support them. And secondly, I see them having because look at their last match, they had only one draw and the rest were the win. So yes, I would say that it's a shock. So even concerning them PSG Arsenal, I would tell you I wouldn't tell you that PSG is going to win. I wouldn't just tell you outrightly because I can now say that in football anything can happen and anything is possible.
Yeah.
So I would just be neutral on this PSG and
Arsenal.
match.
Okay.
So when is the time?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Same time as last night.
Okay.
I will just have a lot of
Munchables.
and watch the match.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens in this game. After yesterday's game, I don't think anybody wants to do that prediction because even when I saw that scoreline yesterday, when he finished, I was like, look at that both scoreline 7-6. Who could have predicted 7-6 when that
That's
goal
the
was
thing,
in?
though.
But we predicted Inter Milan to go through.
Now you.
Now
We
you
predicted
play.
Inter Milan to go through.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, John. Good morning, also.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In addition from traffic.
Okay.
Good morning, Nebul Engineer.
Good morning.
My brother, you see this night is a dead game. It's a really dead game. But I believe and I have the confidence. Arsenal can still do it.
Okay.
Are you understand me?
Yes.
Because what I see yesterday so shocked me. I'm telling you, Barca is not covered well because they already take the day. But because of lacking of that defense error in that match. And every time I see that keeper, that's our former keeper, in Barcelona, I'm not comfortable at all. I'm telling you honestly speaking. I know that defenders need to do their job, keeper need to do their job, but that fourth goal is an error from the defending side and the keeper.
Okay.
But today, this night, I believe that Arsenal can go through, and the game is a record by 3-1 for Arsenal.
Okay. All right.
That's the game.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see if inspiration will work. 3 goes to 1, but it go hard though. It go hard.
Cletus. Zukwanike.
It go hard. Okay, let's take more before we read as other comments on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, you can always join us on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My
Nema.
name is
Your name is what?
Israel, and I'm calling from
Okay,
Okay.
Israel, what is your contribution?
I'm coming for John this morning.
Oh yeah, na show nothing.
John, listen, you don't sit down and talk about other league. You don't know what is going in that league. Yesterday you were just talking about Inter Milan midfielder. You were asking who is in the midfield.
Yes.
Baba.
When they get Mkhitaryan and Chanaholu,
Who be Mkhitaryan?
they get the untackled man.
Rejected stone. from
Untackled
Manchester
man.
United.
Let him talk. Yeah.
Anything when you work for Italian league, I go tell you.
They get Barella, the man that they cannot tackle.
Is one of the club that can play you 150 minutes and they will still be running.
But last night they no run. No.
Thank you.
Now, Inter Milan
Mm.
You ask yourself, what are these people taking? Dumfries, DiMarco,
Mm.
Barella.
Mm.
See these guys, they could be wrong. They could be wrong. Yes, Barcelona go play, but I tell people say Barcelona go score. I know go take it away from them. But Inter no go score. If we play another team, you know say they score that 3-2. It's 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes.
Yes.
8 minutes. If it is another club, they will just say it is over. They will give up. But Inter they run. They run. Even when they win them 4-3.
Mm.
They run. So before, yes, Barcelona against Syria, Lamine Yamal, all these things. Yes, nobody is taking it away from them. But if you are a good student of Italian football, you know that Inter Milan, you know when Inzaghi, you know when Inzaghi is building these guys, and this Inzaghi, he knows what he needs. Each market, he will just buy one player that is lacking in his team. And when the person comes in, the person will fill in the gap. So next time, if you want to talk about a match and a dream, make sure you know about that team very well.
Okay, what's the question for today's game?
I was trying to call, I couldn't call. Because yes, football is not just about being technical, knowing how to finish. Football is about your heart, whether you have the heart to go till the end of the game. Inter Milan have it.
Where was the heart against Roma? Where was the heart against Roma?
Then beyond that, when you look at the two, Inter Milan wanted this more than Barcelona.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
It's not their weekend match. You know that the coach did not play some people because of this Barcelona match. Inter Milan sacrificed Coppa Italia to AC Milan to the final because of this Champions League.
You go like calm down, no.
No minor.
You go like calm down, no. That one AC Milan turn up. You go like calm down, no.
Turn up,
I dey watch
the
in about the dismantling, maybe not. But you go like calm down because AC Milan on that night they turn up.
Against Roma.
Let's take more calls before we read comments on our YouTube channel. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Good morning.
So I'm not Peter, this is Protest and Staff Bridge, aka
Normally.
What is the contribution?
He separates men from the boys. They come out yesterday.
17 years or 16 years.
DiMarco, no.
I'm telling you, I'm make sure that no movement. What happens is all the time, every time, it's not like they now wake up again. In Anoko, the sound of the fans, they had a quick. The second way I said to say, it means that wake up, you will still do it. Wake up, you will still do it. That's the meaning of that thing. And I'm going to require it. And about 3-2. And now, when time Milan players, wake up, you will still do it. And I know when you know what I know. So I put it in back. So I strongly believe that's how we go through today. That's how we're going to win them today, by the grace of God.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
I made the quaggy. I made it seriously. And truthfully, that's one thing. They believe that you can go for a 50-50 door and win it. Because if you think if I go for 50-50 door, this person is taller than me, you're losing it.
Thing, you have to go for those.
For every duel that Inter Milan went for last night, they won in the first leg. PSG against Arsenal. For every 1v1, you see the confidence in the player that I'm taking this ball off you, and you're not stopping me. It was the confidence for me in the PSG. So I think Arsenal should just learn from that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Happy midweek.
Happy midweek to you. Okay. Okay. What? Okay.
Pedro. Normally I did.
On Sunday we speak 5 more words on Congratulations to Inter Milan for winning Barca. Because they hear what I said.
Yama.
But then,
All right.
What happened in that? What happened in that game yesterday? That just they were trying to show that they are big boys. So I see that when they were losing, they could have defended, but they want to respond to. The Inter Milan showed them that this is not Madrid. But the next season, Madrid will come back to it. If Barca do not take careful, they still lose that La Liga title.
you know, fear
For
happen.
today match, Arsenal will come back. They will do remontada. And the remontada they will do is to come back to England. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Jesse, you will lose your conference league. Don't worry.
Don't worry, Ribetis they wait for them. And Ribetis from Tinamo no go survive first.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
They
let's
wait for them.
take another call. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Hello.
I did. Alpha.
I-
John.
Fine.
Yes,
Name
we
We
did.
did fine. We did fine.
and location, please.
Sorry, Bishop.
Okay.
Like I think congratulations to Inter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Two of them that won the last year.
True.
The
that.
final before the final. I just feel that we can witness the final like this.
Mm.
Was a really intense time.
Oh.
But we have seen a long time I witnessed it. It shows reversible.
Mm-hmm.
The speed of reversible is one thing that shows. And when we compare the 15, I think 59, someone, those of us,
Yeah.
what we did to die. Kudos to them. They are really good. I think it was against men and boys. They are good. Really good. Look at the players, speed, and they played for that long.
Mm.
And they now learn the lesson we had. When they got the ball through, they were able to hold it. What you should have done in the best half and give yourself the strength. If they have put their foot on you, they should have saved themselves the struggle.
Yeah.
But Barcelona attack is something else. It's not something you can compare with.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to them.
Okay.
Barcelona could have also gone to, but could have enter. I want them to do well.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, let's read some of the comments before we end the show today and go and relax and wait for that Arsenal PSG versus Arsenal game. Okay, Cletus on our YouTube channel is saying Arsenal should go and rest. This trophy is for the big clubs, not small clubs from London. As ever, we always call them Netflix FC. Okay, he's also saying if they like, let them start Arsene Wenger and Thierry Henry.
Bad belly.
They will still be kicked out today by PSG as long as I am concerned as a Liverpool fan. Okay, Mohammed is saying Arsenal should come back and continue fighting for their trophy. That's for finishing on second in the Premier League. Okay. Okay, other comments. Okay, random guy 101. Welcome to the show. I think this one is against Barcelona. Okay, welcome to the show. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Okay, random guy 0101 is saying Barca treble in dustbin. Okay, he's laughing at Barcelona. Somebody should give Barca a bottle there. And he's also saying 11 years of crying for Barcelona. So much raffling beers for Barcelona clown against other clubs just to bottle like this. Okay. Football fan, welcome to the show. You say Inter, yes, okay, Inter won yesterday, and everybody is happy. And I think I have Kels, it's a Unity from Burkina Faso. Okay, I think it's from. Okay, thank you for joining us on today's show. Remember, guys, subscribe to our channel. We do this every day. Once you drop your comments, we will be reading your comments live here in the studio. We like interacting with our fans. From here in Enugu, from here, also from our YouTube channel, we engage our fans when they drop their comments. Okay, let's go home today and relax. Today is going to be a good day for everybody. Go and relax. PSG is going to play Arsenal in the second leg of the Champions League. Let's see who goes through the finals to play Inter Milan in that final. So let's hope that the better team wins, either PSG or Arsenal. Any better team that turns up tonight should go to the final. My name is Godwin, and thank you for joining us on today's show. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
I believe in you.
Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State governor has sent us
This is your radio.
gospel and let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Daalụ ndị be anyị ekele m unu Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ unu a na-eme